Hi, today we are going to be talking about how to form chords. So you should have received a page in your email that gives you the rule of how to form chords. And I always recommend that you put this on the inside of your blue book cover. And the rule says, major chords. Put your little finger on the root of the chord and count 4 and then 3, but never count the 1 you're on. Minor chords have the same rule, but you count 3 then 4. And I'm going to show you how you do that. Okay. So we're going to start with a C chord, and we know how to play a C chord. But the rule says you put your pinky on the root. The root of a C chord is C. You can never count the note that you're on, so we can't count C. But we're going to start with counting 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That tells me where my next finger goes. And then we're going to count 3 more. Can't count the one you're on. 1, 2, 3. And there you have your C chord. And then I want you to try making a D chord. So you're going to put your little finger on D. You're going to count 4 and then 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't count the one you're on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your first note. 1, 2. Can't count the one you're on. 1, 2, 3. There's your next note. A D chord has a D, an F sharp, and an A in it. And we're going to look at an E chord. Put your little finger on E, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. E chord. And we're going to go back and look at some black note chords. So let's find the black note D flat. C, D, flats go to the left. We're going to look for the D flat chord. Put your little finger on D flat. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's how you find your notes. Never count the one you're on. There's your D flat chord. D flat, F, A flat. One of the hardest chords there is to find. So the A flat is in the middle of the 3 blacks, and the D flat is to the left of the D, to the left, and F is one of the notes in that chord. We already found D, so we're going to try E flat. Put your little finger on E flat, and you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And the E flat, G, and B flat, and there's your E flat chord. So that gives you a number of chords you can look for. C, D, E, D flat, and E flat. And I want to look at an F chord, because an F chord is a chord you've probably played a lot, and you've probably seen it here. So now we're going to form it from the root. We're going to put our little finger on F, and we're going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never count the one you're on. And 3. Can't count that one. 1, 2, 3. Well, there's my F chord, but it's not the chord you're used to seeing. That is a root chord, F, A, C, starts on the F. But if I take that C and I put it underneath instead of on top, I still have an F chord, but that chord no longer is a root chord. That is what we call an inversion. So I'm going to look at another chord here. We're going to do a really, really hard chord. We're going to do the chord G flat, C, D, E, F, G. Here's my flat. I'm going to put my little finger on the flat and count 4 and then 3. Can't count that one. We're on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, if my melody tone is here, that isn't going to work. It's a little too close to where my right hand is. So I'm going to take that top note, which is a D flat, or it's the first black note on the left, and I'm going to put that underneath. D flat, G flat, B flat. So I still have all the notes of the chord, But now they're in a different order, and that different order is not a root chord, but it is an inversion. And that's all we're going to talk about in the first lesson on how to form chords for major chords. I want to say a little something about minor chords. So we're going to look at the C chord again, which you know where your C chord is. But to make a minor chord, you have the same rules, but you're going to count 3 and then 4. So it's a little different counting. So we're going to put our little finger on C. We're going to count 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your C minor chord. C minor. So I want you to work on finding a C chord, a D chord, an E chord, a D flat chord, and an E flat chord. And that's plenty to be working on for today. Bye.